Hey, everybody. I'm back to doing Facebook Lives. Woo! Um, I just built my whole business up with a new whole structure, and it came with a lot of ease. So I haven't had to do a lot of marketing or anything. But that isn't really why I do these. I'm writing regularly for a platform called America Out Loud. And the process of actually taking a concept each week and then building it out into a blog has really shown me how healthy it is actually to me to take something I really have some ease with, or that I move my clients through, and then to make it available and to get it out. So part of this is just like a part of me, and I need to just share. So it just makes sense. And I also had a few people ask me to do more regular content. So here I am. Hello. Today I'm going to talk about something that comes up for pretty much everybody I work with, and myself and human beings in general, is the concept of this fraud syndrome. And it was, I guess I could have researched this before, it was coined by somebody. And it's what they coined was, what they brought voice to with that label, is this phenomenon of us. Who am I to write that book? Who am I to take that course? Or, oh, we can judge ourselves. Like, maybe you're not the right height, body size, age, race, class, religion to do X. So the fraud syndrome is sort of like that you kind of never deserved to belong someplace. You've sort of got there, and you've manipulated people, or you're not there because you deserve to be there. Wherever there is, and sometimes that's just life. And I used to be this way, where it's just like kind of constantly bumbling around, hoping to not get it wrong, and watch people's faces and analyze every situation to make sure I'm getting it right. And it's really an annoying and boring way to live. Don't recommend it. So if you can do the other way, where you just trust who you are and live from there, which is what I'm coming to the table with around this whole fraud syndrome. So fraud syndrome arises from what I believe is the biggest problem with humanity, is this deep unworthiness, this deep mistaken unworthiness that, how you want to look at the origins of it, most people don't feel good enough. And they mostly direct their life towards proving and convincing themselves and others that they are good enough. And it's a colossal waste of time. It is not satisfying. You never get there. You never actually ever feel good enough when you're creating from trying to be good enough. I have the gold medal of doing that in my 20s. So I can just speak from that whatever achievement I got to never solved this inner feeling of I'm behind and I'm losing time and I'm not getting there. And I never even questioned what getting there was. I just wasn't getting there. And it's crazy. As I did things like spiritual psychotherapy and got into my body and heart work and shamanic energy work, and really like connected to more than just this mind, it's such a game changer. And that's what I teach now, obviously. So my tips about fraud syndrome is that it's a lie. If you are somewhere, you're supposed to be there. So if you think it's too good to be true, well, yeah, great. You found yourself somewhere where you actually are doing what you're here to do, or you're sharing your gifts, or you have a certain skill set, even if it doesn't have to be your life purpose and what you want to do for years. This whole thing of not receiving for just being who we are, that is so huge. Like, it's been such a game changer for me to just shift gears from doing everything right in business, or I don't even know if I was really running from that, but operating from that mindset is who we are is who we're here to be. So if you find yourself in that position, here I am with the online business. I mean, so random. Where did that even come from? But here I am. Should I feel like a fraud? No, it aligned with me. It showed up with me. And so I really believe in this. There is this intelligence to life, and we're part of it. And the biggest problem is when we don't feel part of the grand intelligence that is our existence. And we're just this pathetic, measly, human-y creature that is not deserving of things. So this fraud syndrome comes from this deep-seated, it's almost like a virus in humanity of feeling unworthy. So the biggest thing is to just start slowly receiving, and I talk about this a lot, but I'll be talking about it more, that fraud syndrome, you're not the only one. Obviously, there's a reason that it became this coined term, but fraud syndrome is a lie. Learning to own who you are and own who you've become and where you are, it's like, if it's there, then it's for you. So if you get this promotion, or if you get the inkling to ask for a promotion and the voices in your head are like, who am I, la la la, well, just ask, right? Just hey, like, use your voice. Like, the whole fraud syndrome thing is just an extension of this fear that we're not good enough. And it's also an extension of feeling childlike, like, you know, as what I was saying about not wanting to get in trouble and not wanting to make waves. And as we evolve and grow up and mature, sometimes we don't grow that part of ourselves up and look at these beliefs and go, wait, actually, I've been in this industry for 10 years. This is my passion. Of course I'm qualified. Like, very few people actually stop and look at this belief that's nagging at them, right? The feelings of not feeling good enough and all that kind of stuff. So feeling like you don't belong, feeling like you somehow snuck your way into success is simply an extension of this unworthiness. And I just think that the solution to unworthiness is to first just question it. So for me, doing shamanism, the concept of us all being connected and that life is all connected and spirit is everywhere completely made sense to me. And a really big turning point was when I was watching a sunset, and you know, it's beautiful and oh my gosh, and something inside of me, because I did enough work to get into my body and connect to my heart and be able to sort of listen to that, you know, that still small voice, that quiet voice, that spirit within us, was like, why is that not you? Why can you not see yourself? And it was a very it was a very clear, direct voice. It wasn't like a nice cute whisper. It was like a very powerful moment of, why can't you see yourself that way? And I was like, you know, if we're connected to everything and all of nature, why do we have to look at ourselves with such disdain and criticism and comparison and not feeling good enough? Like, what if we stopped that? And that's, I think, the beginning. Is just like, what if we can stop that? And then what will arise in your life will be some solutions to that, or the things will come up to clear that need to clear. I want to keep this short. So what are my tips for that? Is to really just notice where you keep yourself separate from all of the magnificence of life, that your heart is beating, that you're on this planet, that you know, most likely if you're watching this video, you have running water, you have air to breathe, you have food to eat. Like, you know, people talk about gratitude, but it's also sort of like re-recognition, re-remembering the truth of who you are. And that, to me, solves so many extensions. So like, this forgetting who we are extends into fraud syndrome. Oh, who am I to do this? Blah, 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 blah. And we just come back and we go, okay, that Nelson Mandela quote that Marianne Williamson wrote of, who am I not to be? Who am I not to be this thing I'm here to be? If there's a magnificent creator of the universe and I'm here being me, why would I need to create a life where I'm not being me and working really hard to make the money? It's such an old system that we just all subscribe to, in my belief. So the way out of fraud syndrome is to remember who you are. And to remember who you are, it's like, go for a walk in nature and just look around and be like, wait a second, this is all here. Like, I am part of all of this intelligence and all of this creation. If that tree is on purpose, why am I not on purpose? Or why do I have to prove my worthiness? You don't. So stop doing that and let me know if you have any questions about it. This was a really off the cuff one, but I just really wanted to get the ball rolling with getting content out there and letting you guys know what I think about some of these popular topics. So let me know if you want to know more about fraud syndrome, and I'll be doing a lot more about healing unworthiness, because that's a real key thing that we all need to do. All right, take care.